Hey guys, I'm Mr. Peterson, and here's my next book for today called Think Again by Dougie Fresh. It's about a new kid going to school and some of the hardships that he has attending class. So here we go. Think Again. There was a new kid in school, and his name was Zach. Wow, Zach was the talk of the class because he was black. Sitting next to Zach was a kid named John, who was known in school to have it going on. The school that they went to was mostly white, and because of their differences, the vibe wasn't right. And just because their skin wasn't the same color, they would say bad things and talk about each other. They hung with different crews and they had different scenes. Zach wore brand name gear while John wore faded jeans. Zach loved rap with fat beats and rhymes. John listened to rock to have a good time. When they tried out for the basketball team, they couldn't get along. They just yelled and screamed. The coach knew what was up and that it wasn't cool, so he pulled them both aside and kept them after school. And because of the way they treated each other, the coach had to call their fathers and mothers. Both sets of parents came to school that day. When they heard what happened, here's what they had to say. I'm going to say this once, but you will see it again. Your worst enemy could be your best friend, so think again. The coach let them back on the team with one rule. They would have to clean the gym every day after school. On that very first day, they didn't want to talk, so the coach made them write on the board with chalk. They wrote these words over again and again. Your worst enemy could be your best friend, so think again. Zach's arms got tired, and so did John's, from writing the same thing on the board for so long. They had chalk on their faces and ashy grins when they finally realized how childish they had been. For not even talking because of their pride, and not even looking at the real person inside. And after they learned this in their own special way, they didn't even mind cleaning the gym every day, sweeping and mopping, but making it fun, laughing and joking while getting it done. And from that day on, John and Zach were down, in school, on the phone, hanging out around town, playing video games and watching movies on TV, rapping together and watching BET. When you saw one of them, you saw the other, and on the basketball team, people called them brothers. But John's other friends started acting jealous because he was always with Zach and not the other fellas. So one day in the locker room when no one was around, John's old friends tried to push Zach down. John was outside and felt that something was wrong because Zach was inside and taking too long. When John came inside, he couldn't believe his eyes. Zach was being bullied by a bunch of the guys. These were his friends, but Zach was too. Being violent was something he was not willing to do. He knew there was a way for them to get along, so he stepped on the bench and started rapping this song. Now we have to learn how to treat each other and never judge anyone based on their color. We should treat girls like sisters and guys like brothers. We can work together and respect one another. If Zach and I can be close like brothers, why can't we learn to get along with each other? While everyone listened to the words in the song, they thought, maybe he's right, we could all get along. Zach stood up as the rap came to an end and said, remember your worst enemy could be your best friend, so think again.